I told her that I wouldn't want to go about looking for job. I want to start business. He asked me the type of business I want to do. I told her I want to venture into hairs and accessories. She and my uncle gave me a very huge amount of money to start the business. So I started the business, and as God will have it, the business grew more than I expected. And I started importing, and I have to add something to the hair business, which is household gadgets. From there I grew. I become so wealthy. I have houses, I have cars, I have everything that I need. I take care of my parents, I take care of my family. But then something was missing in me. I never find it as something that makes sense to be in a relationship. In fact, since I become a woman, I have never been in a relationship. I turn down every proposal that comes to me, whether for friendship or marriage, because of the experience I had. My mother was worried. She was not worried only because I was not married at my age. She was more worried because a lot of suitors are coming, but I refused all of them. She was thinking whether I'm a lesbian or something spiritual was wrong with me, because I didn't tell my experience to anybody. Nobody knows my story. One of my friends suggested to me to visit one powerful pastor so that he will deliver me, because she believed that what was happening to me was not ordinary. She said that how can a young lady stay without being in a relationship and without even thinking about getting married and turning down all marriage proposals that is coming to her. Everyone close to me believed that it was not ordinary, but within me, I know what I was battling with. The picture of what my auntie's brother did to me always plays in my mind whenever a man approaches me for any form of relationship. And the picture of my auntie's friend always crying to her. And the picture of my uncle with that woman in our house that day never leave my memory whenever a man approaches me for a relationship. So as I am, I have made up my mind that I will never have anything to do with a man. So this keep going on until one day I met one man called Ekene. Ekene is a very successful business young man. He is also an importer. We met at the naming ceremony of the child of one of my friends. Ekene also came there because the husband of my friend was also her friend. At that place, Ekene approached me and asked for my phone number. I gave him the phone number because that's what I do. I gave him my phone number hoping that when he calls me, I will block him. I just gave him the phone number to get rid of him following me around at the ceremony. So when I got home, Ekene did not call me until after 2 days. He called me and asked to see me. I told him that I didn't have chance, but he persuaded me. After all the persuasion, something in me told me to give him a listening ear. So I booked an appointment with him and I met him. We talked about a lot of things. That was where I got to know that he was an importer. He imports a lot of things, cars, motorcycles, generators, everything. So he asked me what I was doing for a living. I told her that I manage a little shop where I sell hairs and accessories. He didn't say anything about relationship. He just said that he will want to know more about me. He will want us to be friends and get closer. I told him no problem. And I decided that when I get home, if he disturbs me so much, I will block him. But I didn't do that. Each time he calls me, I find it so exciting talking to him. Each time I try to block him, something in mind will tell me not to do it. As time goes on, I became fond of him. I start looking forward to his calls. I start looking forward for him to take me out on a date. So one day, Ekene popped up the big question. He wants me to be his girlfriend. Immediately he mentioned that he loved me and wants me to be his girlfriend. Everything I have in stock, all my mentality about men, all the experiences I had about men came to play in my mind. Immediately he said that, I stood up, picked my bag and left the venue. He was very surprised. He followed me immediately, asking me what was the problem, asking me what he said wrong that would warrant me to walk out on him like that. I didn't utter a word to him. I just left him and go back to my house. Ekene did not call me for some days after that incident. But then I woke up every morning with hope of seeing his call or his text messages or his WhatsApp message, but he didn't do any of that. So after 1 week, one evening, he called me. I excitedly picked his call. Immediately I picked his call, I told him I was sorry for walking out on him. He said he was sorry too for not calling me for all this while. He asked to see me again, and we met again. He asked me why I reacted the way I reacted the other day. I told him that I don't ever want anybody mentioning girlfriend or relationship to me. I prefer being casual friends. I have a lot of male friends, but there's nothing like relationship. He said that sounded a bit awkward. What could be my reasons for that? I told him I have a lot of reasons for that, but they are personal. It's not what I can share with him. He didn't persuade me. We talked about other things and left. When I got home, early the next morning, he sent me a text message telling me that I can trust him with whatever, that he will never use anything I tell him against me, that he will help me, even help me to get through it if I can confide in him. I should just give him this chance, give him the benefit of trust and confide in him on whatever it may be that make me take the decision I took. After reading the message, I didn't reply. After some time, I make up my mind to pour out my mind to him. I called him, I booked a date with him. When we met, I told him everything. I told him my experiences about the rape, about my auntie's friend, about my uncle, about everything. I told her what all those experiences did to my emotions ever since I was a teenager. After telling him everything, he said that he would have recommended a therapist for me, but he wouldn't do that. He will want to be my personal therapist. I asked him how that would be possible. How will he even have the time? Because he's a very busy person. Just that he makes time for me anytime I need him. He said that if only I can accept it, he can do it. So from there, I gave him the chance. He began mentoring me. He began showing me love. He began telling me what it means to be loved. And he tried everything he could do to convince me that not all men are bad. He made me believe that there are still a lot of faithful men out there. There are still a lot of kind men. There are still a lot of good men, good husbands out there. That I just have to open my mind and give love a chance. It took him a very long time to convince me. After 6 months of him trying to convince me, I was truly convinced. I was a changed person. All the experiences I have doesn't cross my mind again when I think about him. So I accepted to be his girlfriend.